Today, I had the chance to attend the executive breakfast with Neil Patel at ISDI Business School in Madrid. We talk about how AI is changing and transforming the way we work in marketing. It was a brilliant session, full of real insights. Some of the key things Neil shared were: it's hard to adapt, but we simply have no choice. AI is already changing the search behavior. Humans plus AI is the real winning formula. And digital PR is essential to get mentions, grow your network, and build authority.
You figure out how to really get a lot of positive reviews in the short run, and you structure your content so that way it can be digestible. You update your content more frequently. You build your brand because they like citing brands. And there's a list of a lot of more things to do. But you guys get the point. It's a lot of work. But then when someone types you in, they see you or your company, and you're more likely to be recommended, and that causes more revenue in the long run. We find that updating content generates more traffic and more revenue than creating new content on average for established companies. So you don't always want to follow the trends. And if you want to optimize for domain authority, it doesn't matter in this new world. Building brand mentions to PR and outreach, they don't care about domain authority. They care about some of the other factors we discussed earlier, such as relevancy, context, page impressions, splashing. So then that way, you have subject matter experts, you're branding your organization, you maintain author transparency, and this just helps you build trust over time. You create content for robots, put in keywords and metadata, and then you would get more rankings and traffic. Last 5 years, you've been focusing on creating content for humans. People don't want to engage with robot-created content. Now in today's world, you have to create content for humans, but package it for AI, so then that way, it's digestible. It's more work, it sucks, but that's how you win in today's world. You're optimizing for marketing everywhere because search is integrated in every platform. Because a lot of people are creating content through AI. You guys all agree with this, right?
Yes.
We see a lot of junk. What if AI learned off of AI content? What do you think would happen? It would start hallucinating. They want to learn off of human-generated content, not AI-generated content. And one of the things they love citing, and they give a lot more authority to, is facts, stats, and data, unique research, and comparisons. You also need to refresh your content. What we find in Spain is there's a lot of older companies, and a lot of companies have content on the website, but they don't update them frequently. We found that LLMs love citing pages on websites that are roughly less than 44 days old. You have content that's 3 years old. Doesn't matter how good it is, less likely to be cited. Everyone says AI will replace humans. Or a lot of people say, I don't agree with that. Some humans, yes, but not all. The good ones, like in this room, no. The bad ones, probably. Like, I have a friend the other day, and I'm very transparent with him. He's like, AI is amazing. I work less, and I just go relax, by the pool. He will get replaced by AI because he doesn't want to work. Right? I told him this. He says, yeah, but they won't catch me. I'm like, they're going to catch you. I'm like, this is a bad way of doing business. But in today's world, you really need human and AI to scale. When we tried doing marketing just with AI, it performed, but not that great. When we just use humans, it performs, but also not as good. The winning one was humans plus AI. The more times other websites mention you, the better off you're going to do. But the mentions that really matter are the ones that are context. So are they relevant to your business? The thoroughness, how detailed are the mentions and how well do they describe your products and services? The age, not the older, the younger the mention is, the more effective it's blushing. The older the mention is, not as effective. The more you have in quantity, the better off you are. The relevance of the site to your site, if it's on marketing and you're a marketer, it's better. So what metrics do you track when reporting on AI SEO? Brand visibility, competitor sentiment. Those are the three main things. Those three are what you really need to look at. Those three can do wonders for your business. Now let's discuss structuring your content for AI summaries. You need to be summarizable or be ignored. If you're not using schema and metadata, H2 and bullets, short, concise paragraphs, talking about the main key points at the top, maybe having an FAQ at the bottom, you're going to be ignored. See, we used to write content mainly for humans, but now you need to package everything so AI can quickly digest it. And structured data like schema markup really helps. When we look at the data, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, or Gemini, more than 60% of the time, they're citing websites that are using structured data. Some of them are even 90%. But I would say the average is somewhere around 70+%. It's huge. You need to have structured data. And on top of that, your data and your content needs to have E, experience, expertise, authority, and trust. What do you know that others don't? Integrate that in the content. It'll make it do better. No one wants AI slop. It's not just ChatGPT, it's not just Claude, it's also Reddit and Amazon and Instagram, but it depends on the generation. You gotta adapt to the platforms based on the person who you're targeting. They all say if you want to be listed on ChatGPT, you need to be in Reddit. Reddit is still being used by them, but that's just one of many platforms. They also look at Wikipedia and Forbes and G2 Crowd and a lot of newspapers. So when you look at the media sources, they're getting a lot of the brand mentions where people are seeing their brand, but they're not getting the traffic that they used to. So their ad revenue has been declining, but they yet still have to pay the journalists because these journalists are creating amazing content. That's what's getting them cited. What you're seeing is they're shifting to a different model. The ones that are just generating their revenue through ads, it's not working as well. They're doing things like subscriptions, releasing other types of products.
So my own insight is that SEO is evolving a lot. This is not the end of SEO. It's just the beginning of a more strategic, a more creative way of working with organic growth. We have a lot of work in terms of organic growth, and let's keep an eye on all the changes and all the new strategies that are working nowadays. Thank you, Neil Patel, and thank you, ISDI Business School, for this invitation. See you next time.